Hi team, this video is designed to help teach you how to create your exams. So to create your exams, you're going to add an assignment. So you're going to pull from every single chapter 1 through 7. And so I'm going to start with chapter 3 because chapters 1 and 2 will not have spelling words. And so if we go to chapter 3, we are going to go to the test bank. I'm going to select that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to select all and, we're going to add a random selection. And so we're going to add 100 questions, and we're going to ask it to add in random order, and we're going to add this to a new pool. So I'm going to call this pool Chapter 3 and add questions. So one thing you'll notice, which you'll have to fix when the assignment is completely built, is that, look at my points now. So we're going to have to adjust these points down to make sure that they're worth 1 point a question and not worth 10 points a question. And so the other thing that we're going to need to do is change how many are being pulled. And so we can wait to do that. Let's go back to add questions because now we need to add the spelling questions. And so two things are going to happen here. We need to come up here and go to assignments I created. At this point, we're going to find a spelling test. So we're going to find the Chapter 3 spelling test right here, and we're going to select that. And these are all of our spelling words. So we're going to highlight those, and we're going to add these to a pool. So we're going to create a pool, and we're going to call it Chapter 3 Spelling. Okay, and then we're only going to draw 3 questions from this, and we're going to make sure they're each worth 1 point. Okay, and so at this point now, we're not going to build the full test because we have the main components. We're going to organize the assignment. So see how we told you that we're going to have to fix that? So now we're going to go back and we're going to only draw 10. And we're going to change that to 1. Okay? So now in the end, after you do this for every single chapter, except 1 and 2 are a little bit different, this is what you're going to have. So let's actually go and look at what, let's call this exam. Exam 1, 1 through 7. Okay, so let's save and exit that. And then now I'm going to take you into one of my courses so you can actually see what it will look like in the end. So let's open this up. And now we're going to edit this assignment just to show you what will come from each chapter. So in the end, you're going to actually have a larger pooled base. It's important that you don't add more than that 100 questions because too many more questions than that will make it slow. And you can see here we have Chapter 1 and Chapter 2, Chapter 3, and then Chapter 3 spelling. Can move that up there. Doesn't matter though. And then Chapter 4 spelling, and so on. And so you can see here that in the end I have an exam worth 85 points, and this is our setup. So now what else is important is that you establish their policies correctly. And so I want to take you to show you policies. And so right now I have my exam set for 90 minutes. We don't want to make looking the answers up available to release students. And so I give them about a minute a question. That 5 minutes is for possible lag or anything else that might occur. They only have 1 attempt. Resources, they really don't have any. And also it's really important that question titles are turned off. And so you want to make sure I'm not sure under which one it is that we look at making sure that every question title is turned off. Okay, it might be under resources. Let's see here. Yeah, so question title. So you'll notice here under resources, I only have the point value and a formula, which there are no formulas, and so it doesn't really matter. The other thing that you want to make sure of is that you set your due dates and your feedback. And so feedback, it's important you don't want to give students exact feedback during the testing procedure, just because even though everything is a pool, you don't want to be giving out the answers. So the feedback that I usually select is hold till 1 hour, and this is the feedback that they have. They get a total score before the due date, and then after the due date, they get detailed feedback on their exam. Okay, so you want to make sure and set that up. and then you're going to review and assign. Now this exam is already assigned, and you can see it's assigned in all of my classes, but at this point you would assign and you would deploy it out into Blackboard.